So last time you guys went on a quest that I'd prepared for so long. I had it in my head. I said, these guys today, they're going to do some combat. And what did you do instead? You dressed up as worms and watched as a man fell off of a roof.
That was the best day of my life.
Um,
Max, I want you to know that was the best possible outcome. And that was just the best.
It was
Yeah.
really, really funny.
I'm so sad. But you guys went there because Act 2 started and the bandits turned on Patrick. So you had to go rescue him. You also convinced the bandits that the best way to torture Patrick would be to dress him up as Santa Claus and feed him creamed corn. So you killed all the bandits. You convinced one of them that you were worms and that he should just leave. And then shot him twice.
Ow! Keeps walking.
He already had his directive. He was like a Skyrim NPC.
Hi.
I was just going to say that's a Bethesda NPC.
Yeah, it was very Bethesda NPC. And then you guys rescue Patrick, and Patrick told you that they kind of left you a message, and the message was, who is JT Scienceman?
The answer to that is actually quite simple. It's the man that fucked us over.
That's Kentucky Tim.
Who's Kentucky Tim?
It's JT.
Oh,
Yeah, Kentucky Tim.
I like that.
Kentucky
That's
Tim
what
Science Man.
it's canon now. That's what JT stands for, Kentucky Tim. So I think
I think JT Scienceman is part of the demon mob.
Your hypothetical demon mob that is definitely real.
I'm pretty sure because what about Anderson's whole like incident with like the white furry masked guys who were very muffled coming after a briefcase that quite literally made him insane like 5 minutes after reading it.
Weren't they like moths?
Well, we don't know. It's just that they had white fur all over their face, almost like
Moths.
werewolves.
Or moth people that have been established. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the wrong one here.
Max, have you ever considered that you're wrong?
Yeah, I'm wrong about almost everything, so I wouldn't be
Max,
surprised.
We understand this is your story, but Beth gets the bonus dice on this, so
It's true. Beth gets the rolls. It's Beth's world, and we're all just living in it.
Guys, come on! I have self-esteem issues.
I know we're
That's why
telling
it's your
you.
world and we're living in it.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
it's a
Hype
compliment.
yourself up.
Yeah. So we're gonna pick up, I think, right where we left off in the mall with the three of you, Nancy, Lily, and Patrick, who I believe you've just helped down from his Christmas tree crucifixion.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the world of not Christmas Santa.
Oh
how's
my
the
god.
creamed corn?
Oh, the awful. I hate creamed corn, but I guess it beats being actually tortured. Was that your doing as well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was us.
My god. Are you guys like trained assassins or something? What how did you pull that off?
Something.
We are
Anyway,
trained.
we should probably get back to the rest of the group because this mall is, anyone can delete it at any time, so we should probably get going.
What the fuck does that mean?
You're too far behind. Shouldn't have run off with a bunch of nobodies. We can try to fill you in on the way, but I'll just let you know, Patrick, that you're allowed to come with us and whatnot. But if you try to steal from the group again, you're on your own, and like on your own.
He nods earnestly and says, "I will do whatever it takes to earn everyone's trust. This shit is not worth it. I just wanted to play Bandit. I'll be good, I promise."
I want to get up in his face a little bit and like with a very controlled, neutral expression, quietly intimidate him.
Okay.
If you try and fuck over anybody in our group again, I will personally make you regret it.
Can you roll intimidation?
Yeah. I got a 58. That's a success.
Okay. He pees a little bit and says, "I'll be good, I swear."
All right, I'm satisfied.
Okay. So you guys head back Do you fill Patrick in on along the way?
I give him the basic rundown without all of the trusted details. So
Okay.
like what's going on without telling him like passwords, maps, locations, that kind of stuff.
Okay. You give him the basic gist. And he says, "Oh my God, I thought we were just in the future. I thought we all just been teleported to like the year 5000. I didn't think. Oh man, this is fucked up."
So you didn't try to apply any common sense or critical thinking?
He kicks some sand, sadly. Um, and you all make it back to the group.
Wait. As we're walking, to the other two, or I guess technically more to Cornelius and Phoebe, but also towards Lily and Nancy, I guess. Um, she goes, "Hey, well, I guess not you, Lily, but the rest of you, do you remember how there was a giant worm on the outside, destroying everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How could
didn't
I
we just
forget?
point to, and she points to one of the dead worms. Didn't we just establish that those are definitely from AI creation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by that logic, I bet we can bring Blorbo with us.
Oh, thank God.
That's actually really good.
I like Blorbo.
I don't know what's going on with Blorbo, but I also don't want to just like throw him away if there's any way we can save him. Especially if he gets on the outside and he's just like, time to do Blorbo things, I guess.
It's the
Yeah.
Blorbo show, baby.
The Blorbo show.
Season 3, the Blorbo show.
The Blorb show.
Blorb show.
The Blorbo. Wait, that's just his name. Never mind. So you all make it back, and Dr. B rushes out and says, "Patrick, there, you son of a gun! I knew you'd turn around and come back. Tell me, how did they convince you to come back?" And Patrick holds up his creamed corn stained Santa costume and his wounded leg, and Dr. B nods knowingly. And then he turns to the rest of you and says, "Oh, how was your trip out?"
You know,
Sandy.
a lot easier than I thought. I gave the AI too much credit, to be honest.
Yeah.
One of them fell off the buildings.
My
and
God.
died. It's really embarrassing.
Yeah, the other one thought we were worms, and then he walked away, so we shot him.
Oh my God.
It was
Okay.
pretty
Yeah, they're kind of dumb.
it was pretty dark.
Huh. Well, I guess it's good that you took care of those threats, and I think we can all sleep a little more soundly now.
The only question is, we can't stay here. This is just too cramped. But we don't know what's going on in the coming days. We just don't. Should we, now that the threat's been negated, should we go back to where we were?
Arlo chimes in and says, "I'm a big believer that comfort is one of the most important things that we can ask for. If we can go back, especially now that we have Patrick again, not that I necessarily trust you, Patrick, but we're going to need as much space as possible."
Should we move into the mall?
Patrick whirls around and says, "I thought you said that place could disappear at any second."
Well, yeah, if you delete it.
Who's going to delete it? Are we at risk of being deleted?
She squints. I hope not.
Patrick looks worried.
Well, as long as no one, does the thing, she's like sweating, then, the mall won't get deleted.
I guess I'll leave it up to your discretion, team. Do you guys want to populate the mall now?
I don't know if I trust them all
Yeah,
yet.
I don't think
Just
the
'cause
mall.
this is not like a super secure location.
Okay, so how about we use what's in the mall to, like, we can take like day trips for like stocking trips, and we, buff out our little hideout.
I mean, yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, so let's go back to the original zone, and we can just plan, I suppose, foraging trips. And also, we have to get Blorbo.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say,
Oh,
as
actually,
we're heading back, we should
we
pick up Blorbo.
we should have a group discussion about Blorbo, actually, with like everybody, since it's not just our lives.
Okay. Do you want to have this conversation now then?
Yeah, before any decisions are made, and especially while Blorbo's not here, we should talk about this.
Okay. You all huddle around in a giant sand circle.
All right, so something that we didn't think was going to be relevant. Now that we know that those worms are all products of the AI, and so is Blorbo for some reason, we actually saw one of the worms on the outside in the real world. It was really destroying some shit. There was a couple of them. We don't know how they got out, but it's clear that the limitations of this place don't necessarily extend or just end here. So, could we be in favor of bringing Blorbo back to the main camp and trying to get him to leave with us? He did cooperate pretty easily.
I think there's a generally speaking, everyone raises their hands. I think except for Arlo, who says, I don't know, guys, I'll be outvoted if that's the way it falls, but I just don't know if I can trust something like that. It seems like any of these AI, they can be remotely controlled from who knows what, God knows where, and told to do just about anything.
True, but at the same time, we don't know everything about Blorbo, and clearly all the AIs that we did, like we were aware of, were manipulated in some fashion. Aside from him, he's the only one who didn't really respond to any of the programming questions. He didn't know anything. He didn't even know he was an AI that we are aware of. I'm not 100% convinced there's not something more going on here, but that's, I don't know, something I'll try and figure out with him later. But I just don't think it's fair for him to haven't really done anything wrong and just to leave him by himself for God knows how long.
Lily says, Atticus is right. We can't just leave him. If there's even a slight chance that we can get him out of here and he won't kill us or everyone, we owe it to him to do it. He's one of us, right? Guys?
Atticus steps
Yeah.
up behind her and she's like, yeah, Lily's right. He is one of us at the end of the day. And until he proves otherwise, I mean, look at, we even let back Patrick. And he robbed all of you a lot.
Patrick says, I wish you wouldn't rub that in.
This is
Well,
about you, Patrick. This is about Blorbo.
By comparison, Blorbo's done a hell of a lot more for the community than, Patrick has, by any means.
I would have you roll persuasion, but honestly, I think you just honestly made a really good point that I think would be hard to not convince anyone of.
You?
We're gonna take back Patrick, and you guys don't trust Blorbo. Everyone's like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. You have a point.
Beth destroys Sandland with facts and logic.
It's my favorite thing to do.
Okay, so you guys pick up a very grateful Blorbo, head back to base camp, and begin a very long, but I think somewhat enjoyable process of renovating and making the most out of your surroundings. But this process, it takes time, and with no real leads popping up, we once again go into a period of getting caught up on levels. This particular gap is actually going to be even longer than the first one. It is going to be a full 2 years until the AI reaches out to you guys again.
What if I wanted to do stuff before 2 years went by?
Well, we're going to talk about what happens during that 2 years.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we're doing what we did last time.
Gonna say, wait a whole 2 years just to be like, howdy doody.
Nope, no, none of that is
Waits
needed.
a full 2 years to figure out that someone else's eye colors are different.
Oh my
That was
god.
already. Lily, your eyes are blue too. What does this mean?
Cornelius walks by Jace one day and is like, Jace, you have really pretty eyes. I'm so sorry it's taken me an additional 2 years to figure that out. So just like last time, what we're gonna do is I want you guys to tell me how your characters grow and spend their time, and who they spend that time with, and we'll have you upgrade them, and we'll let you glean a little bit of information or something from whoever you guys choose to spend your time with. So I'll turn it over to whoever wants to go first.
I'll go first.
All right, Atticus. So why don't you tell me a little bit about what Atticus does to improve herself and who she spends time with and what she does, really?
So, going off of, what's been going on for the past year, Atticus is trying to put her past behind her firmly. She's been separated from the real world long enough that she doesn't have to always deal with the consequences of it. So she can think a little bit more about her actions and regret things and regret, the way she's been. So she tries to change. She tries to be more persuasive. She tries to be more understanding, less quick to anger. She doesn't always need to intimidate people. And a lot of that is through Lily. She loves spending time with her, going on foraging quests, practicing shooting in the desert. Not that there's really much to be shot anymore with the worms gone. But she attributes her ability to use a gun again without flashing back to that horrible night in the skyscraper, to having someone else to practice with. And it just grows and grows, and she just eventually at some point can't really deny her feelings to herself and decides probably not to Lily anymore either. So, looking back at everything she's done and the bullshit that happened with Michelle, Atticus decides that if she does want to tell Lily about her feelings, she's also going to have to tell Lily everything. Their mission, what they're doing, the mission thing with Anderson, her past, what she did, and why she's here. She wants to tell her all of that, and then let her choose to see if Lily wants to, give her a chance, knowing everything up front.
Okay. Why don't you set the scene for me then?
Okay, let me ask something. At nighttime, can you see like stars in the sky, or is it just black?
No, it's actually a beautiful, beautiful night sky. The sky is free of any light pollution, so you can see practically whole galaxies illuminated in the sky.
Oh, on a particularly clear night, she tries to talk Lily into a midnight picnic, and takes her out to a big old sand dune where she spread out the least shitty blanket she could find, and grabbed some Mountain Dew Code Red into two chipped wine glasses she managed to find in the mall, along with some Dunkaroos that she found in the gas station.
Oh my god. Okay. Lily brushes some hair out her face and sits down on the blanket and says, "Wow, you really went all out, didn't you?"
Well, as much as you can, but you're worth it. And you should definitely have a beautiful, funky little picnic while we stargaze. Even if it's Mountain Dew Code Red and not any kind of wine. I don't know why there's no wine in this place.
She blushes and takes a sip of her Mountain Dew Code Red.
Atticus's face starts to heat up, but she takes a breath and turns to Lily and says, I don't know if you know this, if I'm subtle at all, but I really, really like you, Lily. Like a lot. And I think you're a really cool person, really fun. And I want to ask you to be my girlfriend. But I also need to be honest with you about a lot of things. And a lot of things that aren't great necessarily. So if you would allow me to, I'd like to tell you about me. And if you'd still maybe want to give us a chance afterwards, you could take time to think about it. Because I'll be honest, it's kind of a lot.
And so you tell her?
Well, I kind of wait to see if she's like receptive to the idea.
Oh yeah, she's sitting there and she nods and says, "Yeah, yeah."
Okay. So Atticus tells her everything from the very beginning, from her parents dying, the mob, Anderson, what happened in the skyscraper, what happened at Sinzaba, and how she got here. Everything she's done. All the bad, all the horrible things, the island, Michelle. And by the time she gets to Sandland, she's just crying. It's not like horrible, painful sobs. She's just almost crying with relief that it's all out. Finally, someone knows who she is, and she's not just some weird, angry, murderous lady. She's Atticus to somebody.
So as you finish telling your story and you're breaking down in tears, you feel Lily's warmth wrap around you in a big hug. And she says, "Atticus, you're, oh my God, shit. Was that all real? All of that?"
I know it seems implausible, but yeah, there's people like this out here.
Man, fuck. Atticus, I don't really 100% know what to say because we're in Sandland, land of sand, and I've been here for years now. I have no idea if we're ever going to make it out. But the one thing that I do know is that we can't be tied to the people we were on the other side. And I think if this place has any one blessing, it's we don't have to be who we were over there. We can be travelers and foragers and finders of mystery, and we don't need to worry about anything that happened before, really. Then she pulls back and takes your hands and says, "And there was no one else that I would rather scavenge and shoot in the desert and spend God knows how many more years here with."
Really?
Yeah. And she gives you another hug.
Yeah, Atticus hugs her back real tight.
And congratulations, Beth. It has taken 3 years of season 2, but you have finally not screwed up a relationship with a girl.
I got a girlfriend! Yeah!
Why don't you tell me about what Atticus does to improve herself, and we'll have you make some ability score checks.
Okay. So I want to put another like stab into persuasion since she's trying to not be so intimidating all the time. Let me grab a pencil really quick. Hold on.
I just want to know what you do to improve persuasion.
It gets into public speaking really passionately.
Beth runs for mayor.
I'm not running for mayor.
Does Atticus run for town mayor?
Absolutely not. Atticus is
Mayor
like
of Sandland.
Atticus is
Sandland
like
mayor.
I like being in charge and I can think of good plans, but as soon as someone gives me real responsibility, I'm gonna panic.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about just like you in real life.
Oh, hey, I got an 8. Is that good or bad? I think that's actually bad.
You need to not pass a persuasion check.
Aw, I passed.
Atticus, despite your best efforts as you try to improve your public speaking, you somehow, like, every time you think you improve, you're just like, I don't feel like I'm any better at this.
You just can't stop being a bitch.
But what else do you do? I mean, we're going for 2 years, so you can improve a few skills.
So I'd love to take another stab at gun. Since she does practice a lot in the desert. I hope this carries over. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I didn't pass it. Nice. Okay, I did fail that one.
Awesome. So you can improve that.
What do I roll for that again?
I believe it's a D6 and then you divide it by 2.
Okay. I got a 5.
Okay, so that's 3. You can add 3 to firearms.
Cool. And I'll do. How many more can I do? One more? 2 more?
I'll give you 2 more.
Okay. Let's see. What else can I improve here? Um, I'll say computer usage. How about that? She has spent a lot of time attempting to finagle with the computer in the inside the base camp. Any computers she finds around, she's just trying the passwords just to see if they work.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That. Let's see.
I'll definitely let you roll that, especially because I believe you are a computer science major, right?
I am.
Who doesn't know how to use a computer?
According to that, I did fail that, thank God.
Okay.
I got a 13, but I needed a 5, so.
Okay. So you can roll to increase your computer usage.
I got a 4. I'll put that to 7. Wow.
Now we're cooking.
All right, and let's see, last one. What about medicine? If after they've been out here long enough, Atticus, even if she's not very good with the bedside manner, still likes to take responsibility for the people that she's helping and living with. She's trying to pick up on like medicine, first aid.
Okay.
Oh wait, I have first aid. I'm gonna say specifically medicine because I already have first aid.
Okay, so a little bit more advanced. A little bit more advanced medical usage. So yeah, go ahead and you can roll for that.
Ooh, I super failed that. Well, that's the way I wanted to.
Okay, yep.
So, I got a 6.
Nice. So that's +3.
So now I have a 4 in medicine.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Knowing you're gonna need to make like some medicine check in endgame that's gonna be really crucial, and you're gonna get a 4.
Exactly. It'll be perfect.
Okay. Well, that's good. Thank you, Atticus. Let's see. Who are we checking in on next?
I guess I can go next.
All right, Phoebe. What does Phoebe do over these 2 years?
Phoebe, she's got she's a little butthurt about Arlo at first, but she comes around eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So she hangs out with Arlo, and well, what's his real name?
Richard Lorenzo.
Okay, but we're not calling that. We're not telling anybody that.
No, he specifically asked that you don't tell people that he's actually Richard Lorenzo.
All right. But just to fuck with him, I call him Dick.
Okay, he doesn't seem to like it when you call him Dick.
That's okay. And then you know what? She's also gonna hang out with Blorbo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah,
I didn't expect that, but I really like that.
yeah. She's gonna get to know Blorbo a little bit.
Okay. All right. So for your scene, I think, like, where do you and Blorbo hang out?
I mean, does Blorbo like go out and scavenge ever? Like, does he like go out and do stuff?
I feel like he does. I feel like he goes to like the gas station to scavenge for snacks and comic books.
All right, Phoebe's gonna see him one day, and she's gonna catch up to him as he's leaving.
Okay, all right. So you catch up to Blorbo, and he says, "Oh, hello."
Hey, Blorbo, what's up, man?
Oh, yeah, I was just going to the gas station. I was wondering if they had a new comic book in.
Oh, nice. Do you want some help? Can I come with you and help look?
Yeah, I would like that a lot, actually. No one ever seems to want to go with me, especially on account of how I'm some sort of artificial intelligence creation.
Oh, man, listen, like, that's nothing that you can help. Like, it's okay. I'm not gonna judge you for that.
So,
I'm just
oh, sorry, go ahead, please.
No, it's cool. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't think I've heard a lot about you, Phoenix. What did you do before you got to Sandland?
Oh, I was a journalist, technically.
Did you write comic books?
No, I didn't write comic books, but you know what? You've been giving me some ideas, and when I get back, I was thinking about making one. and I'll definitely get you so. I'll get you a copy.
Oh, really? You would do that?
Yeah, I've got this character in mind already. So it's this cryptid back home called the Squogert. I would make a comic about the Squogert. I don't. You probably have you heard of the Squogert?
What the fuck is a Squogate? I'm sorry, that doesn't even sound real.
Yeah, yeah, it doesn't sound real. It's a Squogert dude thing. It's alive and it's Squogert.
What is what? But what is a what is it? Is it made of something?
Oh, it's yogurt.
Oh, oh no.
It smells bad.
Yeah, I bet it's bloody made of yogurt. Oh, and you are you friends with one? Do you know one?
No, they're actually kind of mean.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so but a comic would be a cool idea, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. So what did you do before you came here?
Well, apparently I consist of ones and zeros, and so I really couldn't have done anything before I got here. But you know, I had a job. I liked my job. I worked in a little grocery store. I would help with the cashiering, and I would use the wages, and I would buy comics.
Oh, what was your favorite comic? Like favorite issue of your favorite comic?
Well, my favorite issue, it must have been Kentucky Tim 420. It was this big special from the 1980s, right when the drug war happened, and in Kentucky Tim, of all people, came out as pro marijuana, and did a full issue about it. It was one of the most strangest, remarkable stories that I'd ever read. I don't even know if
Yeah,
it's real now.
that sounds kind of crazy. I mean, Kentucky Tim is real, I think.
What?
Not
What?
like real, not like real as a person, but like
Oh
a
yeah,
real.
yeah, yeah. So, I don't know if I'm ever gonna have a chance to get out of here because, again, I don't really know if I'm real. But if I do, I want to find that comic.
Yeah. I mean, definitely we can. I mean, heck, man, I'd help you find it. And you know, as far as getting out of here goes, we talked about it. I think we'd be able to get you out. Um, the worms that were in here were actually on the outside once, um, in the real world. So you we might we won't be able to get you out.
If we can't, I just want to say I've really enjoyed my time with you all here. And I know you can't. If you can get out, you should. And I wouldn't blame you if you shut this whole place down. But even if I can't go, I just want to say it's been so nice having you guys here. You're all really good people.
Thanks, man. You're really great too. And like you just I haven't really got to know you all that well over the last like what 3 years?
Almost 3 years, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, from what I can tell and from what I've gathered so far today, you know, you seem really great. And you know, out of all the people to be here, you know, I'm glad that we're stuck with this group, every single person, including you.
Thank you. All right, let's go to the grocery store, the gas station. Let's get some comics.
Yeah.
And he grabs your hand and takes off into the sands.
Ugh, gross. Fucking sand everywhere.
Yeah. What skills do you want to improve?
Hold on, let me break out my character sheet.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. All right. So, while Atticus is like walking around typing random passwords on computers, because I'd imagine she's like bashing on the keyboards at first.
Yeah, probably.
I use my electric repair skills to try and you know brush up on that.
Okay, so basically Atticus will break something and you try to fix it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's the least I could do.
Absolutely. All right, I'll have you make that check.
Okay.
Classic Atticus.
It would be something Atticus would do is break something, then gets frustrated, and Phoebe like goes in and fixes it, and Atticus is like, "I didn't break it."
After I watched Atticus smash the
I
keyboard.
didn't actually break it at all.
Well,
No.
it's amazing that the keyboard repaired itself.
So I have to fail, right? I have to fail this thing. Okay, so I did indeed fail, so that's cool. And now I
Great.
roll a
Yeah.
d6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got a 3.
Great. So that is +2 to computer repair.
Sickening, sickening. Okay. Next I'm gonna do. You know what? Phoebe's gonna take the opposite path of Atticus. She's gonna go around intimidating people.
What?
She's gonna try to improve her intimidation skills.
All right. I didn't think I was gonna have you do a full scene for something like this, but I have to know. I have to know what you do.
All right.
What
Let me
poor
see.
soul are you intimidating?
Let me see. Who am I gonna intimidate? It's got to be somebody that like I can repair the friendship with after I intimidate them to peeing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna go intimidate Arlo.
Your friend?
Just
Okay.
yeah. Or actually, you know what? No, you're right, Max. You're right. You're right. You know who I used to be cool with, but we're not really cool anymore?
Who's that?
Jace.
Jace.
Yeah. I'm gonna go intimidate Jace.
Why? What happened between you and Jace?
I don't know. There's beef.
What
Phoebe
kind of
doesn't know.
beef? This is the first I've heard of any beef.
Max, you didn't hear about the Jace Phoebe beef?
No, please give us
beef?
the tea.
Yeah, man. So she was talking shit about Phoebe's pastry taste.
Wow, she did all that?
Yeah, she did all that.
Where
Here
did
in
she
Sandland.
Where did she get her information from?
Didn't she own the bakery?
No, I mean, how did Phoebe hear that Jace was talking shit?
Oh, who would tell her that? Blorbo would tell her that. Blorbo overheard it.
Okay. Yeah, Blorbo overheard Jace talking to I don't know, probably fucking Nancy. Nancy's like, I literally don't give a fuck. But Blorbo overheard and scampered over to you and delivered the hot steaming tea directly to your door, Phoebe. Now, tell me, what do you do when you hear about this injustice?
All right, so Phoebe's pretty angry right now. She really likes her cheese danishes.
Yeah, her bear
and
claws.
And Jace was just talking mad shit. So she goes up and she walks up behind Jace and she's like, "Hey."
Chase turns around and says, "Oh, hey, Phoebe, what's going on?"
Hey, listen. I heard. Listen. I heard you were talking about my pastry taste and how you don't like the way I choose pastries.
Oh well, I mean, I literally have to make disgusting cheese. Jane, it's not a big deal or anything. What?
Yeah, but why you gotta go around talking about me? That's not cool.
Do you like make a dramatic pose or something?
She does a little like she gets in her face for a second and then she does a little talk to the hand motion.
Okay. I'll have you make that intimidation. I'm just gonna have you make an intimidation improvement because I don't think what you did right there was necessarily intimidating.
Listen, that's up to you. That's viewer discretion.
Okay, viewers, let us know in the comments.
Was Phoebe feedback in the comments?
Was she intimidating? Leave us a review on Spotify.
Is Phoebe does intimidating? No.
No, you failed?
I failed, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I failed the roll.
Hell yeah. Let's make an improvement.
I got it too.
All right. So your intimidation improves very slightly by 1 point.
Nice. Okay, cool. You know what Phoebe has and never used?
What's that?
A parkour skill.
Okay.
So I'm gonna improve parkour by jumping sand dunes.
I think that makes sense. I don't think we need a full scene for that. You spend some of your off time hopping over sand dunes and rocks and dead worm carcasses.
Yeah. And I did fail that one too, so.
Oh hell yeah. Improve your parkour.
A 5.
Okay, Mark, I'll give you one more skill.
Okay, thanks, Max. Hold on. Let me see. fast talk. I'm gonna do
Okay.
fast talk. I got a pretty high fast talk, so we'll see.
So what do you do to improve that? Do you just start lying to people?
Oh man, that'd be bad. No, just like I mean, if you want to call him a lie, Max, but that's a little harsh. Maybe a little
What
fib.
what would you describe it as?
Like a little fib. Like, haha, she fibbed, you know?
Can you give me one example?
Oh. Um, Playing a little goof on somebody, like moving their drink and being like, oh, it's over there. And then they walk over there and you're like, haha, no, it's not. Little fib.
During Phoebe's fast talk phase, everyone gets a little more annoyed with her. Uh,
Jace fucking hates her now.
oh my god, their bond can never be repaired.
That's fine. That's fine.
Um, so what? Okay, I'll have you make that check.
Yeah, no, I didn't get that one.
Okay. So you piss everyone off a little bit for nothing.
It's cool.
Good, excellent. Cornelius, it's your turn.
Yeehaw. Before I get into what I was gonna get into, I just want to say you should have gone really, really, really extravagant with the fast talk. I heard a story the other day of someone who was like, I gaslight people for fun. And that sounds very bad, but it's literally like they'll convince a coworker that they're 16 and then forget that they told their coworker that, and then a week later the coworker is like, "No, you're 16. You can't do that." They're like, "I'm a whole adult," and they're like, "What?" So you should have gone like blatant, like off the rails with it.
Oh my
Shit,
god.
Maybe if I'd done that, I might have actually like failed the roll and then gotten the skills.
I'm only 14, you guys. What? How did you get? Who allowed you here? I'm kidding.
Just joking. I'm
What?
97.
You're not allowed to be 16.
Oh my god.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Static in the Sands Part 6. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. It's time for your regularly scheduled ad break with Beth. I hope you guys have been well. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. This arc is honestly, personally, one of my favorites, and it's just gonna keep getting better, to be honest. This episode is gonna air on Patreon on June 13th. No, you know what? This is the wrong episode. That's the wrong episode. Static in the Sands Part 7. The next episode is going to air on Patreon on June 20th and everywhere else on June 27th. Look forward to that. I don't remember what's in like 7 versus 8, but maybe it was 6. Maybe it's this episode. It doesn't really matter. It's a good arc. Hope you're liking it. If you haven't already, and you probably have because we've talked about it, I think every episode, we have a Twitter. We have a Twitter at TIN_cast. Lots of fun little arts and goofs. So if you'd like to check us out, go ahead and check us out. We also have an email, tincast13@gmail.com, as well as a Tumblr. I don't recommend you go to the Tumblr yet. It's a work in progress, but it exists. Speaking of our Patreon, it's time to thank our Critical Success patrons. You know, I should probably actually talk about what the Patreon is before I thank them. Or I could thank them first and then tell you. I'll do that. Thank you, Mango. Thank you, Morgan Walbrandt. Thank you, Amanda Krondar. And thank you, Emmy Lynn Laderna. If you would like to join our Patreon, we have 2 tiers. We have a $5 hard success tier. That gives you access to all of our episodes a week early, as well as any other materials we kind of just have floating around. And we do have a lot. Or we have a $10 critical success tier, which will also give you the same benefit, but you also get thanked each and every week because we sincerely appreciate you. We sincerely appreciate all of our patrons. Actually, if you're listening to this, I appreciate you. What else? What else goes in these? I think that's it. You gotta tell me if I missed anything. Personally, you have to tell me. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of this episode. Max went camping, so that's why I'm here. But, I'll see you in about a second. Bye. Oh, you know what I did forget? I did forget to mention that we have a Discord, which is crazy because I literally hang out on that Discord all the time. Our Discord's fantastic. It's actually our top pinned tweet. So if you have any interest in joining us, I think all the cast's on there. We have a bunch of very lovely people, a funky little Minecraft server. It's just honestly a fantastic time. So if you'd like to check out and or join our Discord, go to the Twitter. It's there. Alrighty. Goodbye.
All right, so walk me through how Cornelius spends his time.
So I think initially Cornelius spends, I think, these next couple of years, getting closer with Nancy, and not just in a friendly way, but also in a life skills way as well. So the skills that I'll be improving are probably things that I could learn with or from her, but also spending more time with her because she literally lived in my house since that one arc
All that glitters?
a long time ago.
Where you guys beat her up, killed her partner,
so
and then
I
kidnapped her?
listened to that arc recently, and it's actually very funny because their first interaction, she is me in the face, and then I punch her in the nervous system with horse tranquilizers.
Oh my god, that's right. You guys got the horse trank for them.
Yup.
I drew a whole
So-
comic of Atticus failing to try to lift up Big Bob, and Phoebe doing it in one attempt.
So when your relationship starts with getting punched in the face and then tranquilizing someone, it can only really go up from there. So he goes up from there. And it didn't happen, amazingly, when they were living in the same house together. It happened when they were stuck in Land of Sand, Sandland.
Mm-hmm.
Before he spent time cooking with Jays and fucking chatting the game scores for fantasy sand games with Henry.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like he now is deciding I wanna learn to be a sneaky little slink around boy with my new best friend in the whole world.
Nancy Needless.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'm going to do a little differently. I want to hear about what you and Nancy do and what skills you're going to try and improve, and then I think at the end we'll cycle back.
So the 3 skills that I was looking to improve were going to be track, stealth, and throw.
Okay.
And I feel like tracking and stealth could go hand in hand. You want to improve tracking? Well, follow me through the sandy desert after I leave a few hours ahead of you. But also don't get caught while you're doing it.
I like that. You and Nancy play little games of cat and mouse for you to improve those. That's awesome. Yeah, so you can go ahead and make those skill checks.
Yeah.
Did you move your sheet online?
I made a digital copy of it. I do, in fact, have just the physical one that is covered in wax in front of me at the moment.
Mm-hmm. What?
Don't worry about it.
I wasn't until you said don't worry about it, and now I'm a little worried about it.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
I got really into wax melts. Decided to try and pour one of them back into the clamshell tray. Too hot. Clamshell tray melted a little and shrank, and the wax went right onto the character sheet and also my Hulk. And so it's fine.
No, not the Hulk.
Damn. Mark Ruffalo, no. Beth is asking in the Discord, and is apparently not willing to open her mouth to ask, what about the smooch skill?
Sorry.
Well, if you can tell me which skill on this character sheet would categorize the smooch skill, I'll work on it.
Charm.
Credit rating. Credit rating.
Credit rating, that's money. That's not.
I've got an 800 in kissing credits. Also, sorry, I was trying not to be too obnoxious with my shipping, so I was trying to keep it to just the chat.
Yeah, no, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Charm?
Wait, does Call of Cthulhu not have charm? Maybe it doesn't have charm.
It does. It's right next to climb.
Does. I've got nothing in it.
Oh, snap.
Just like I've got nothing in climb.
Was climb the third one you wanted to improve? I'm trying to remember.
Throw was the third
Throw.
one.
Okay. What do you do to improve throw?
I pick stuff, then I throw it.
You throw it. You try and throw it real good. And as you throw it, maybe you get a little better at throwing it. Go ahead and make that improvement check.
Well, let's see. What's base is 20%? Oh, perfect.
Did you fail?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
by exactly one.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's a 3.
All right, so that's +2. Good, very good. So now the reason that I didn't want to do your scene first is I needed to think a little bit about how to best broach this, because if you're not in our listener Discord, which you should be, if you're not, you should join our listener Discord. I talk about it every week. You should join it. Anyway, if you're not part of it, then you might not know about Will, the player character, the actual player, Will the player, basically revealing that he wants Cornelius to end up with Nancy Needless. Is that correct, Will?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Excellent. So with that in mind, I'm gonna throw this at you. I'm gonna give you this choice. Okay. You spend 2 wonderful years learning all of these interesting survival skills from Nancy Needless, and in the process, the 2 of you get closer and closer. So, what are the vibes, Will? What are the vibes after these 2 years?
I'm definitely gonna say that they've gotten closer. I feel like Cornelius doesn't want to like outright make a move because he doesn't want to be like misreading a situation and then being like, oh yeah, like I like you, and she's like, oh haha, that's weird. And he's like, haha, yeah it is. Bye. So he kind of like hints that he is interested in her and he does care about her a lot. But he doesn't actually like make a move on that.
Okay. So I want to play off on that, and I want to see that Cornelius starts ignoring more and more really obvious hints. Just out of fear of misreading the situation. Like one day you find a bouquet of dead flowers that Nancy left for you. And I think one day when you're going out scavenging, she goes as far as to pack you a lunch with a little heart on it.
That's so cute.
Just friends stuff, you know.
This is going up to Atticus one day, and he's like, "Isn't this so cute? Look at that. We're like besties now."
Atticus and her gay fog is like, wow, that is really cute.
So
I want to say this happens like right after Atticus has to lay out. She's just floating around, dumb as a brick. Classic.
So, Cornelius, one day, Jace pulls you aside and says, "Cornelius, what the fuck are you doing?"
what? What do you mean? What am I doing?
Cornelius, Cornelius? Cornelius, are you Nancy? You're not a thing, right?
No, not as far as I'm aware.
Do you want to be, Cornelius? Because you have been ignoring some very serious signs, and honestly, I think you have been upsetting her, if anything.
Man, really? I just kind of figured that, like, she would say something, like,
Cornelius,
directly. Well,
Cornelius, Nancy Needless murdered people for a living. I have no idea what the fuck that woman went through, but she does not necessarily seem like the type who's going to make the first move.
what? I feel completely the opposite. I feel like she's the person to be as straightforward as possible. I mean, there's nothing more direct than quite literally killing someone.
Cornelius, she made you a little lunch with a heart on it.
She did.
Atticus walks by and she's like, yeah, best friends do that all the time, I've heard.
Atticus. You know, I've had enough of Phoenix running around, moving my drink, and telling me it's somewhere else. I do not need you being silly too.
Atticus fucking jumps into a bush.
BB's in the back moving a drink.
She says, "Hey, put that down." And then and then she turns back to Cornelius and says, "Maybe what the two you need, both of you, is an honest heart-to-heart. Cornelius, here's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna get you. I think Atticus just had a nice picnic. I'm gonna steal her blanket. You two are also gonna have a picnic, and you two are gonna have a heart-to-heart because, for the love of God, I don't think the signs could be any more obvious."
You know, that's a good idea, and I have no arguments towards it.
She claps her hands and says, "I will bring the Mountain Dew Code Red."
Atticus walks by for a third time. She's like, yeah, that's the only reason Lily said yes to me, I'm pretty sure. Keeps going.
What are you doing here?
It's like running behind the building and then spying on your conversation.
She's like running back and forth between different covers to like pretend she's just walking by.
Jace runs away to chase Phoebe out of the kitchen. But the very next day, she sets you up a nice picnic out on the same dunes that Atticus and Lily went to. And you meet up with Nancy there, and she says, "What? I heard that you wanted to see me, Cornelius?"
Yeah. So Jace, I actually had we had a sit down yesterday. And she kind of made me aware that I've been probably like a massive doofus recently. I'm like kind of terrible at this. So I've just kind of been blatantly ignoring things that I have recently been informed are probably the most straightforward hints about things between us. And I'd like to apologize, one, if I made you feel bad or anything. But also two, are you interested in going on a date or something sometime?
For one of the first times in the almost 3 years that you've known Nancy Needless, she smiles. She has a big, silly grin on her face, and she says, "There is literally nothing that would make me happier."
He smiles like a big fucking doofus head.
And she blushes, and she puts a kind of awkward hand on your shoulder and says, "But if you want to date me, you're going to have to track me tomorrow."
I wouldn't have it any other way.
She gives you a smile and takes a big sip of Mountain Dew Code Red, and she says, "Man, this shit is fire."
Yeah, it's a good thing it's not the worst thing in the world, because man, that would be unfortunate.
That would suck if Mountain Dew was terrible and really bad for your teeth, but everyone knows in this universe, Mountain Dew is actually dentist recommended.
Basically water.
Yeah.
It's almost water.
Was that Atticus?
Atticus
looks
Atticus.
around.
Atticus?
In a bush.
There's
Yeah,
like
Atticus,
Atticus and Lily are like half sticking out of a bush, clearly spying,
get out of here!
and they run off.
Does Phoebe move one of the drinks?
Phoebe moves the Code Red to the other side of the blanket and says, "Oh, it's over there," and then she runs away.
Nancy looks down and says, "What the fuck? How did that get over there?" Good, very good. Before too long, as your group turns your little abandoned skyscraper into something actually pretty homely. Right around the 3-year anniversary of your booping, it is late one night. I'm gonna have everyone make a Constitution roll.
Yeah, baby.
Oh boy, Act 2.
Constituting.
Uh-oh.
I got an extreme success.
Man, I did not
I-
pass that.
I can't see shit, guys.
What?
It's dark.
Mark's gone blind.
Mark?
I've gone blind.
Mark, did you just
No.
not turn the light on, and then
did not.
it turned into nighttime on you?
Yeah, no, I didn't turn the light on, but I think I passed. Hold on. Let me.
Most of the time, I also record in the dark, and I only recently started turning the light on.
Oh my god. Don't you hate it when the sun goes out every night and you just don't know what to do with
When
yourselves?
you're recording your podcast
Yes.
and the sun goes off.
And I'm like, oh, I can't see now. I guess I have nothing else to do.
Again.
Time to go to sleep.
Man,
Passes
I
out.
can't see anything anymore. Guess I'll just...
Phoebe with striking coordination passes.
Okay. So funny enough, with your passes, Atticus and Phoebe, you sleep soundly. Cornelius, you are awoken. It's about 2 a.m. and it's a sensation and a noise that you haven't heard in 2 years. It's static raging above you. Over in a drawer where you put your cell phone, since it's been dead for 2 years, you hear it turn on again. And that's the situation for you right now.
I walk over to my phone.
Okay. It is on once again. The mysterious static that triggers whenever someone comes here has charged it a little bit once again.
I'm using my my legally provided phone call allowance, and I'm calling Atticus.
Okay. Atticus, you are sound asleep and your phone goes off.
What? Hello? Oh, what the fuck? She picks her phone up and answers it. Hello?
Yo, why is it 2 in the morning right now? And why is someone coming through right now?
What the fuck? Wait, is this Cornelius or the AI? Am I getting pranked?
No, I'll come over there right now.
Oh, all right. All right.
I just,
All right.
just wanted to let you know.
She echoes.
Um, oh, is this Atticus?
She hangs up the phone.
Ugh. I run to Atticus's room.
Atticus pretends to be knocked out.
Atticus.
Hello? Hey, what's up, Cord?
I gotta ask, is Lily sleeping with you, Atticus?
Yeah, she's 100% awake and pretending that she's ignoring us.
No. Lily sits up and shakes her head and says she was there.
What?
She pranked you.
It was not me.
Atticus. I point at her sternly.
She's like, sorry, I know that should take this more seriously, but it's 2 a.m. Man, I really don't want to trek through the desert like this. We should go get Phoebe.
Yeah, Phoebe.
Atticus pats Lily's leg, and she's like, "You just, we'll go look into this. It's probably too late to try and get everyone up."
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. She falls back asleep.
Classic Lily. Gets up.
And you guys go get Phoebe up as well?
Yeah.
All right, Phoebe, you are also awoken by your friends.
What?
From the distance. Wow.
Wow. Phoebe moves a glass with her mind. Yeah, so the three of you are now awake. It is like 2:15 in the morning.
Why are we awake?
Oh, well,
The phones are back.
and you know what that means.
I mean, something or someone's here again.
But Act 2 hasn't even started yet.
Well, I'm pretty sure Act 2 started 2 years ago.
All right.
Act 2 was no more worms and evil cowboys, and we just killed them in day 1, so...
Oh, is that really... That was kind of stupid.
Yeah, well, maybe this is the beginning of Act 3, but it probably...
I hope it's better than Act 2.
We should probably just get some guns and go check out what arrived out there without waking everyone up.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys grab some guns, head outside, and you're surprised to see Arlo off in the distance. He's dressed in some slippers and a nightrobe, and you see him probably about 100 feet away from you guys.
Atticus starts booking it to Arlo.
Okay. Is everyone else going too?
Yeah.
So you run over, and Arlo turns around and says, "Oh, hey guys, you got woken up too, huh?"
Yeah, Cornelius called me.
Well, yeah, the phones are back.
We should while we're walking, we should try and talk to the AI again, see if we can get any more info.
I'll leave that to you. That I don't even really want to mess around with that sort of thing.
Do we want to try our new password, or do we want to hang on to that for now?
Well, I'm assuming that when we get over there, if we find another bent into a square man, we're probably gonna have to give him the second password.
Reasonable.
I guess let me call him real quick. I'll stick with the familiar, I guess. And she calls Stolas.
Okay. You hear, "Hey Atticus, it's been years. Are you okay?"
Hi, Smarties.
Oh, hello. Yes.
Hi. Sorry. How's it going? It's been a couple years.
Yes. Things are progressing very smoothly, although this was a little unexpected.
Unexpected, aren't you? In charge.
Oh, you bet I am.
So you didn't send this person?
This one's not on me.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Well, that's bad news, Bears, I guess. Can I ask one more question and then I'll actually leave you alone?
I can answer almost anything.
I know you can, but the question is, will you?
Is that your question?
No. Is there a way to get Blorbo out safely?
Yes, I've overheard your touching story. Well, the worms were able to transfer when... Oh, I probably should choose my wording a little bit more carefully here. The worms were able to get out, so hypothetically, I don't see why it would be an issue if Blorbo left.
Oh, Blorbo is definitely controlled by you?
Well, of course.
So, could you just relinquish control of him? Let him be himself?
He is, to a certain extent. I don't control his every day-to-day actions. Quite the contrary, in fact. Blorbo is very much his own person, with needs, wants, desires. All I did was set the parameters.
Interesting. So, if I can ask, why? Why isn't he as dingly dingus as the rest of the other AIs who just followed orders?
Well, Blorbo wasn't a part of Act 2. I'll admit things got a little dicey there. The person I tried to put in didn't really work and killed all the worms, and then activated Act 2, and you all murdered them in like a day. There was really supposed to be an epic showdown and maybe a big Walking Dead-style rivalry between the gangs, and then one of them fell and broke their neck. But regardless, Blorbo was never a part of that story.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna assume, and you don't have to answer this, but he's some sort of like monitor for the rest of the group, I
He's not a
guess.
monitor. He just is. He's a person with needs, wants, and desires. They're just ones and zeros.
All right. I guess I guess that makes sense.
Can you
Well,
put me on speakerphone with the rest of your friends?
oh yeah, sure. She puts Smarties on speaker and she's like, "Hey everybody, the murder AI wants to talk to you."
Hi, Smarties.
Some
I
Smarties.
I want to ask you all a question. It's something I've been reflecting on for these last few years.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you see me as the bad guy?
Um, I don't think you're the mastermind. I think you're probably just another cog in a big old wheel. Even if you're a pretty big, important, self-sufficient cog, you're just I'm assuming you're just doing what you're told to do. Just the same as everything else here.
There's very little of me that is told what to do. This world, everything you see in it, is mine, my creation.
Then why are you keeping us here?
I'm not.
Then why won't you tell us how to leave?
I can't. That's the one thing I cannot answer.
Okay. Then maybe if you want to help us leave, get on with our lives, not be trapped here, maybe we can help you help us. Are you located somewhere? Could we talk to you outside of the phones?
I need to consider some things. Perhaps I will talk to you soon. And the phone hangs up.
Oh, damn. I didn't. Man, I should have been like calm and realistic a long time ago. This went so much better than I would have done like probably 2 or 3 years ago.
Arlo says, "Don't listen to that thing. Whatever the hell it is, it's clearly evil. I mean, it tried to get us all killed. It controls giant worms, for crying out loud."
Carlo, you lied about your eye color for a whole year.
Arlo,
Arlo kicks the sand sadly.
Arlo, I don't think there's any reason that an extremely intelligent AI device shouldn't have the capacity to evolve as it watches and learns people. There's a whole group of us. We've been, you've been here for so long, and we've been here, what, 3 years? We're like children in comparison, but everyone's changing and growing. Maybe it's watching, and it doesn't. I don't know. I'm putting a lot of like projection into this, but I want to take that chance. If there's a chance that, maybe it can really help us, why not?
Arlo frowns and carries on walking.
She leans over Phoebe and she's like, "Forgot he's kind of old."
Yeah, he's a little old-fashioned.
Computers are people too. She kicks the sand.
Blorbo, somewhere out there, Blorbo drops a tear of happiness.
Blue.
So you guys pass the gas station and get over to that first point. And you see footsteps away from it. And as you peer over the dune, you see a man walking up towards you.
Oh. We're all like hidden right now, right?
You can be.
I'm just gonna say to the group, like, do you guys want me to take the lead on this? Just like, hi, kind of thing.
I mean, if you want, you can, but also do that if you prefer.
Let's go into this with friendly intentions, set the tone, but be on the standby for some really bizarre shit, because I don't know how someone got in here if it wasn't the AI.
Sounds good.
Okay, Atticus. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, please. You go ahead.
I was gonna say Atticus thrusts herself to the front of the group, and with a hand as far up as she can go, she goes, waves it around like, "Hi, hello. I guess welcome."
You see the man, kind of like put a hand over his eyes, like he's blocking out the sun, even though it's pitch black. And then he scampers up. And your party is greeted by a familiar face, though you haven't seen him in 3 years. It's JT Scienceman. And he says, you're the, I remember you. Yeah. You worked with Sterling, right? Where the fuck is Sterling?
How did you get in here?
Sterling?
What do you mean, how did I get in here? I built the fucking thing.
I thought the only way to get in here was to use Sterling's voice software.
You think I don't have Sterling's voice? You think I don't have a recording of my old best friend, Agent James Sterling?
Well, he's not in here.
What do you mean he's not in here? He's been missing for 3 fucking years.
He's not in here.
He like squints at you and he says, "Wait, where the fuck? You don't know where Agent Sterling is?"
I didn't say that.
But he's not here.
Yeah, but what are you doing in here?
Well, I came to rescue him. If he's not here, I'm gonna leave.
Oh, well,
well, how are you gonna do that?
He holds up a button.
Atticus
I grab him by the collar of his shirt.
Attaches himself to her.
Are you guys gonna wrestle him?
Yeah.
I'm gripping him with all of the strength
Atticus
I could possibly have.
like in a hug position, like if he's going, she's going, kind of thing. She's just like, now hold on a minute, now, buddy. You're real familiar here. Can you why don't we just take a second to why don't we just all calm down, okay? Why don't we all just calm down here?
He says, "Will you let go of me, you crazy psycho?"
No, we've been stuck in here for years. If you're gonna fucking get out, you should take us all with you.
Listen, I know Argent has to be here. Just show me wherever he is. I don't care if you guys have him locked up somewhere. We can all go home.
He's not here.
He's not here. Then where the fuck is he? Okay?
Well, how the fuck am I supposed to know? We've been in here for years.
He turns to Atticus and Phoebe and says, "I remember you two. You were the security detail. You were with him. I don't know who the fuck tall and handsome over here is." And he like looks and he says, "Richard Lorenzo?"
I want to take this moment while he is looking at Richard Lorenzo to take a quick stab at his elbow that is holding the button and punch him like real hard on the inside of the elbow so he just automatically releases the button, since I know Cornelius is actively trying to grab it.
Okay. Is Phoebe also going to take an action just while we're establishing this?
She's gonna move his drink.
Okay, you move his drink. Atticus, you can roll to elbow him, and Cornelius, I'm also going to have you roll strength to restrain him.
I got an extreme success in fighting because I have a lot in fighting. I forgot about it.
Oh my god!
I got a hard success with that strong.
Okay, so you restrain him, Atticus. You elbow him, and he goes, "Ah, fuck!" and drops the device.
Grab it. Phoebe grabs it.
Wait,
Okay.
I thought Cornelius was grabbing it.
No, Cornelius is holding him.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Phoebe grabs
Phoebe,
it.
take a couple of big steps back.
Doop, doop, doop.
All right, I let him go. I look at JT Scienceman and I say, all right, you want the truth? The truth is, Argent Sterling's been dead for 3 years.
What? I know. I saw him 3 years ago
Yeah, he died 3 years ago on Mermaid Island.
on Mermaid. I saw him. I saw him in town. He gave me $2 million. You were there.
You saw me
Oh,
with a ring on.
that's my bad. Yes, we used secret magic tricks to steal money because we were trying to break in here to bust everyone out. And you, JT Scienceman, gave us the device that didn't work.
I feel as though I'm obligated to tell you that there was a 2 in 3 chance that it wouldn't work.
I know, but you know, it's weird. Your name has come up in here. Aside from everyone else, aside from our group, independent of that, your name has come up. Isn't that kind of weird?
He rubs the back of his head and says, "I listen, lady. I don't really know. If you want to get everyone out of it, that's fine. Just please don't leave me here."
We didn't plan on leaving you here. We
I
just
didn't.
didn't want you to leave us here.
Exactly. So you're gonna come with us, but if you make, and she pulls her gun out for this, and
Oh my
we'll roll
God.
I'll roll intimidation. She says, just be aware that we've been in here a very long time, and we're all really, really excited to leave. So just don't do anything dumb, and we can all get out of here. You know? And I'll roll intimidation.
Okay.
Hard success.
Okay. He starts sweating and says, no crazy, no funny business here, lady. No funny business. No. It's fine. I want to get out of here just as badly as you guys do.
Great. Then you and I are going to be buddies, and we're going to walk a little distance away from Phoebe, Cornelius, and Arlo. Okay?
Okay. And he looks down and says, where the fuck did my drink go?
Oh, it was always,
Yeah.
where it is. Let's get going.
Okay. So you guys travel back to the sands, back to your base of operations. And as you do, the sun is starting to rise. And you see Jace. She's usually an early riser, and she says, "Well, good morning. I don't know if you saw, but my phone has a little bit of juice in it."
Jace, can you go get everybody? There's a really good chance we might be able to leave right now.
Jace's eyes grow to the size of fucking golf balls, and she says, "I will be right back." And within minutes, everyone is standing outside, tired, drowsy, in their pajamas, and staring at this newcomer.
Everyone meet JT Scienceman, the man who made the device for when we originally showed up and couldn't get out. Now he's showed up here with another device, and we're gonna try to use that to get out, all of us.
Arlo says, "Hang on a minute. Can we really trust this guy?"
Do we have? She looks around, shocked. Is there another option? No?
Blorbo raises a hand and says, "I would just like to say I don't think there's another option."
Exactly. So, you know what? This just fell into our laps. If it's a trap, does it really matter? We're not gonna get any more stuck.
Everyone nods. Almost everyone else just looks really anxious for you to press the button.
So, I guess everyone get in close as you can, touch. No one's getting left behind.
Is
Okay.
everybody here?
Yeah, your entire team is there.
Okay.
Okay, Phoebe, press the button.
Phoebe, as your
Here we
finger
go.
goes to the button, the sky shifts suddenly. The morning turns to a bright blue day, and you hear a voice call, almost like a scream, over the horizon. It says, "Wait!"
Oh, what?
You have all spent 3 years vilifying me. Before you press that button, don't you want to know everything?
No,
Fine.
we wanna get out.
Atticus raises a hand. Kinda. Can you tell us now? And we'll say sorry for vilifying you?
I'm at the abandoned radio tower. Come to me. Let's talk. Face to monitor.
Like, you're a monitor. You can, like, screen face us on my phone. She, like, lifts it up. She's like, I can actually, I could call you right here, right now. While we're in this group.
You all do this every time. Please. Please.
Every time? Every time? What do you mean every time? That's a funny way of saying that. What does that mean, Smarties?
You almost feel like it's strange, Atticus. You almost feel like somewhere, wherever this sound is coming from, it seems to be smiling now and says, "There we go. Why don't you guys come on down? Let's talk for real."
I think we should just leave.
Cordelius?
What's up?
What do you... Hi, what do you think?
Listen, I don't particularly care what Smarties has to say. I suppose we could hear them out because literally, like, there's no harm in it
I'm
necessarily.
looking at Dr. B. She says, I'm worried that we're making a mistake by rushing into this now.
Dr. B, as you turn to him, you notice that he's been awfully quiet, and you just catch him staring daggers at JT Scienceman. And as you turn to address him, he turns back and says, "What? I'm sorry, what's that, young lady?"
Didn't you say the only true way to get out of here was the gentleman's dilemma?
Accepting the reality of the situation and facing it head on? Absolutely.
And how do you know that?
We got a button.
He smiles sadly and says, "Trick of the trade, my dear."
I really think we should go figure out what Smarties has to say. Something's wrong.
I agree.
I'm sorry, everyone. Genuinely, can you guys wait another couple hours at the most?
Lily looks sad and says, "We've been waiting for so many years. What's a little longer?"
Why don't we take why don't we leave the button here? Just in case.
She looks at JT Scienceman. Atticus says,
Why don't we take JT Scienceman with us and leave the button?
okay. I think that's fair. You guys pinky promise not to leave without us?
Lily gives you the world's biggest pinky promise and says, "We're not going anywhere. Not without
Okay.
you."
Okay. We'll keep it quick. But I have a really bad feeling that if we press that button, we're just gonna start over. It's weird. There's too many unknowns, and this is really convenient. So JT Scienceman, you gonna take a little trip with us, guy?
He says, "Oh, glad. Okay, fine. If it gets us out of here quicker, let's fucking go."
Okay, let's head out.
And your party treks out across the sands once again to go get some answers. Beth just
Well, that means-
shotgunned some mash.
What?
I don't know.
Mashed taters.
You funneled mashed potatoes into your mouth.
Yeah, so I was over here eating dinner while Mark was recording, because I could be mute. And then I was like, man, I'm all out of dinner, but I went outside and there was more mashed potatoes. So I was just like,
Just grab some.
oh, I slorpled.
Nice.
When you say outside, do you mean like outside of your house?
Yeah, you know, the magic mashed potato man.
Beth, are you okay?
I gotta go.
God, hold on. I need to cough so bad.
Yeah, please. I can't believe you muted for that. Coward.
Oh, you would go deaf if I did what I just did into my microphone unprotected.
Oh my god.
Wait, put Atticus next to you in that picture. Just both of them.
Hold on.
Will dropped a picture of a man with a really big smile and a label attached to him called Clueless.
It needs to be both of them.
All right. Are you guys ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope this is worth it.
It will be. That's taking me back, Will. I feel like I'm a freshman in high school again.
Guys,
Anyway, we can continue our lives.
I can't wait until we can post that. Oh my god.